All right, let's kick off this deep dive with maybe a little trip down memory lane.
Yeah.
Do you remember being a teenager? Maybe you had like a diary hidden away somewhere.
That secret spot.
Totally, a private space, where you could just pour out all your struggles, your fears, no judgment. Just getting those swirling thoughts out of your head and onto paper. It just felt good, didn't it?
It really did.
Yeah.
It's a definite sense of release and clarity.
Exactly. The world suddenly seemed a little clearer, maybe a bit less chaotic. And that simple idea, that hidden diary, well, it has this really powerful evolution for adults. We call it journaling for emotional wellness.
Right.
And that's what this deep dive is all about, understanding how simply writing stuff down, your thoughts, your feelings, can be, well, a really profound tool.
Yeah, it's surprisingly powerful. And for this deep dive, our insights are coming from a great source, the Health Encyclopedia at the University of Rochester Medical Center.
Ah, okay. University of Rochester. Good source.
Yeah, they give a really clear, comprehensive look at this whole practice.
So, our mission today, what we want to do, is unpack the specific benefits of journaling for your mental health. We want to understand how it actually works, like what's going on there.
The mechanics of it.
Right. And then give you some really practical tips. How can you actually start doing this, incorporating it into your life?
Making it doable.
Think of it like a shortcut, maybe,
Yeah.
a way to get more control over your emotions and really improve your mental well-being.
That's a good way to put it.
Okay, so let's unpack this. That feeling, that release you got from the diary as a teen,
Mm-hmm.
as adults, we can consciously use that same power through journaling. But it's more deliberate now.
Right, it's intentional.
The goal is to get real insights into our emotions, our thoughts. It's basically just, writing down your thoughts and feelings so you can understand them better.
And what's interesting, or maybe really important, is how useful this becomes if you're, say, struggling with stress or depression or anxiety. The source really emphasizes this. Keeping a journal can be a, pretty significant step toward getting a handle on your emotions and boosting your mental health.
It creates a space for it all.
Exactly. A tangible external space for all that internal stuff.
And it definitely feels like a healthy way to express emotions that might feel, overwhelming otherwise.
Absolutely.
The University of Rochester Medical Center points out some key benefits. Helps manage anxiety, reduces stress, helps you cope with depression.
Those are the big ones.
But when we say it works its magic, what's actually happening? How does writing on a page, actually lead to these mental health improvements?
Yeah, that's the crucial bit, isn't it? How does it work? And this source breaks this down nicely.
Yeah.
Journaling helps control your symptoms and improve your mood in a few specific ways.
Okay.
First, it helps you prioritize problems, fears, concerns, that tangled ball of worries in your head.
Oh, yeah, I know that ball.
Right. Journaling helps you untangle it. Turns it into something more like a structured list. You can see your concerns.
Ah, so it externalizes them, makes them feel less huge.
Exactly. It shifts them from this overwhelming internal chaos to more manageable, separate challenges.
It's like you said, untangling. It's not just venting, it's organizing the chaos.
Precisely. When your brain feels like a browser with 50 tabs open.
All the time.
Journaling is like closing those tabs and then deciding, okay, which one do I actually need to look at right now? One at a time.
That makes sense. What else?
Second, it lets you track symptoms day to day. This is really key
Why is tracking so important?
because it helps you spot patterns. You start to recognize maybe specific triggers for your stress or anxiety, or maybe you notice negative thought loops.
Ah, okay, so you get data on yourself.
You do. Concrete data to work with.
Yeah.
Which then helps you develop better ways to, manage things, control strategies.
Right. And you mentioned negative thoughts.
Yes. Third point, it gives you this unique space for positive self-talk. But maybe even more importantly, it helps you identify and challenge those negative thoughts and behaviors, the ones holding you back.
So it's like having a conversation with yourself on paper where you can actually question those automatic negative thoughts.
You got it. You can literally deconstruct them as you write. It's almost like a form of self-therapy right there on the page.
Okay, so it's moving beyond just getting emotions out, like venting,
Yeah, it's more active than just venting.
to actually problem solving and maybe self-awareness.
Absolutely. Because when you write, you can often identify the root causes of the stress or anxiety, what's really bothering you.
And knowing the cause is the first step to fixing it.
Exactly. Once you pinpoint those stressors, you can move from feeling overwhelmed and confused to actually understanding. And then you can start creating a plan to deal with those problems.
That's powerful stuff. But it's important to remember, journaling isn't like a magic cure-all, right? It fits into a bigger picture.
Oh, absolutely. That's a crucial point the source makes.
Yeah.
Journaling is one tool. It's one aspect of a broader healthy lifestyle, especially if you're managing mental health conditions.
So it works best alongside other things.
It definitely. It integrates with other really essential things like daily relaxation or meditation,
Okay.
a healthy, balanced diet, getting regular exercise,
Yeah.
making sure you get enough sleep,
Yeah, the fundamentals.
and of course avoiding things like excessive alcohol or drugs, which can obviously worsen things.
And actually thinking about it, the journal itself could help with those other things too, couldn't it?
How do you mean?
Well, you could use your journal to track those habits, like did I meditate today? Did I eat well? Did I exercise? Set goals in your journal.
That's a great point. Yes, it can absolutely become a tool to help you stick to those guidelines daily. Track progress, note challenges. It reinforces the whole lifestyle.
It becomes like a command center for your wellness.
A command center. I like that. Yeah.
Okay, so let's say someone listening is thinking, all right, I want to try this. Where do they start? What are the practical steps?
Good question. The source gives some really actionable, encouraging tips. First off, consistency.
Right. Try to write every day.
Yeah, try to. Even just for a few minutes. It doesn't have to be hours. Setting aside that small bit of time regularly helps build the habit.
Makes sense, like any habit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And second, make it easy for yourself. Accessibility is key.
So, like, keep a notebook and pen nearby.
Yeah. Keep pen and paper handy. Always. So if you feel the impulse to write something down, a thought, a feeling, you can do it right then and there.
Or use your phone.
Or use your phone.
Yeah.
The source mentions that too. There are plenty of journaling apps. Whatever removes the friction.
Okay, consistency, accessibility, what else?
This one's maybe the most important. Freedom. There is no right or wrong way to journal.
Seriously, no rules.
Seriously, no rules. Write whatever feels right. Draw if you want to. It's your private space.
So don't worry about grammar or spelling.
Not at all. Don't worry about structure, spelling mistakes, punctuation, what anyone else might think. Just let the ideas flow. Let it be messy.
Because nobody else has to see it.
Precisely. The source emphasizes that. Your journal is for you. It doesn't need to be shared.
But you could share it if you wanted to.
You could. It mentions that if you feel comfortable sharing parts of it, maybe with a trusted friend or a loved one, that's an option. But it's entirely your choice, your comfort level.
Okay, so consistency, easy access, no rules. And it's private unless you choose otherwise. Seems pretty straightforward.
It really is designed to be simple.
So what does this all mean for you, the listener, kind of pulling it together?
Well, journaling helps create order when things feel chaotic inside.
Yeah, that makes sense. Taming the mental browser tabs.
Right. And it's a path to self-knowledge.
Yeah.
It really reveals your private fears, your thoughts, your feelings, sometimes things you didn't even realize you were feeling until you wrote them down.
It's kind of amazing how just writing can do that. Such a simple act, but with these deep, multi-layered effects.
It is. And putting it in a broader context, the source describes that writing time as personal relaxation time.
Not just a task, but relaxation.
Exactly. A moment to genuinely de-stress, to wind down. They suggest envisioning yourself writing in a calm, soothing place. Maybe you've got a cup of tea.
Setting the scene, making it pleasant.
Yeah, so you actually look forward to that time. You see it as doing something genuinely good for your mind and your body.
I like that framing. It's self-care, really.
It absolutely is.
So wrapping up this deep dive then, it feels pretty clear. Journaling is, well, it's simple, it's accessible, but it's also a really profound tool.
Definitely powerful. For emotional wellness, for mental clarity.
And just carving out those few minutes each day could genuinely change how you understand yourself, your emotions. It seems like a small investment for a potentially huge return.
It really does. And, thinking about how the source frames it as personal relaxation time, that moment to de-stress and wind down,
Yeah.
it brings up a final thought, maybe something for you, the listener, to consider.
Okay, let's hear it.
In this world that's constantly, demanding our attention, pulling us in many directions,
Constantly connected.
right? How might intentionally carving out that kind of consistent personal relaxation time like journaling provides, how might that impact your daily mental landscape?
Going beyond just managing the symptoms.
Exactly. Beyond just symptom management, could it actually foster a deeper sense of just peace?
Yeah.
And maybe more self-awareness in your day-to-day life?
Yeah.
Something to think about.